You guys, this has been a great sales weekend. Look at all these jewelry orders right here. And these sold on Etsy and they are going overseas to Germany. This, I think, was part of my bingo board when I made those 2 YouTube videos about jewelry bingo. This was the statement or oversized clip-on earrings, but this barrette sold for $74.99. Here are my hard goods going out. And I'm really glad that hard goods are selling because it kind of validates that I kind of know what I'm doing when I pick things up. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, aka Lelyworks, and this is a reselling channel. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. This is a hustle at home reselling channel and I specialize in jewelry. If that doesn't interest you at all, I also resell other things, but I might convince you eventually to start really loving jewelry because it's easy to ship, easy to list, easy to store, and really easy to fall in love with. And I think that it's super fun. It's like a treasure hunt, like for real. It's not just I'm going through video games, you know, and finding a really big woohoo. It's like real treasure. It's like you can find real gold, real silver, real diamonds, those kinds of things. So let's get into my what sold over the weekend video. This has been like the best weekend ever. There's going to be a lot of things for you guys to see and learn from this video. So if you guys want to work along with me and be sure to pop in and out watching some really great things, go ahead, grab your hot drink. I have mine. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video because there is a lot of things going out. Oh my gosh, I have a lot to package. Let's get into what sold. You guys, this has been a great sales weekend. Look at all these jewelry orders right here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I have 5 hard good orders also going out. So yay, things are ramping up for Christmas maybe. Maybe some of these are Christmas presents. I know on Etsy, the buyers can mark as gift. So I know I have a mug that's going out as a gift. I know this is going out as a gift. But eBay, I'm not really sure unless they message me. So I don't really do anything different if it's marked as a gift. I don't do special wrapping. If someone says don't put any of your business logos on there, I won't put the sticker. But I still wrap the jewelry just as I would something that looks like this right here, where it has my logo right there, washi tape. I mean, it kind of looks like a present, right? So there's some really great bundle sales going out. And you guys, I haven't been working like all weekend because my phone was completely broken. And so I didn't really send out offers. Like usually I do everything from my phone for the most part besides shipping. So I feel like I'm kind of behind on my business. I didn't list because I didn't have pictures, but because I didn't send out offers, I think people were bundling and then using my coupon code. So I don't know, something about that really worked. And yeah, let's get into these orders. This was a giant bundle over here and it's like one of the prettiest bundles. And it sold on Poshmark, and 3 of these things came out of my own collection. So I think she and I have very similar tastes, but I'm just going to tell you that this bundle sold for $225. So she sent me that offer after we negotiated. She took some things out, put some things in. We settled on $225. Now altogether, I could have sold each of these for a lot more than the bundle price, but then again, you never know when like these 7 items are going to sell. I mean, obviously some of these I did want to keep, but when jewelry is like a saturated market and sometimes it can sit for a while, you can't be like super stingy on like bundle offers. Maybe if it's like a more desirable 14 karat gold piece or something, you don't have to take a a big chunk out of the price to make a sale. But sometimes for vintage collectibles, you're selling it when you can sell it. So I guess I was feeling a little bit generous for this sale, particularly that this buyer had put a lot of items, like hearted a lot of items, and I feel like this is going to also be a future buyer for the other items that they didn't purchase but they still liked in their Poshmark app. So let's get into these. And yeah, you might recognize these. These are, like I said, designer style because they look very Givenchy to me. They're unmarked, but they're big, bold, faux pearl statement matte gold earrings, or maybe like a brushed gold. So there's those. These are by the brand Two Sisters, which is a pretty common, I don't know, not that common, but you can see it quite often at antique stores or in jewelry jars. So Two Sisters, like this one because there's filigree. Then we have this. This is a fun Aurora Borealis open circle brushed gold brooch, unmarked again. And then the Capri. Here's the Capri mushroom. Mushroom jewelry does really well, selling really well. So, and it is marked Capri. Capri is a little bit higher end. And then these three came out of my collection. So I'm sad to see these go. Not only are they Navette, possibly Juliana, but they're like hot pink clip-ons. Oh, they're so beautiful. I love these. These were in my Navette collection upstairs. This one came out of my Austrian collection. I actually purchased this one specifically for myself, and I priced it on eBay. So I did pay up for this piece. This is a gorgeous, like really great condition Austria piece right there. And then I had this in my collection because it very much looks like Miriam Haskell, like where it's like really handmade looking, but also with the Russian gold, a lot of clustering and encrusted pieces and these little rhinestones at the tip. So if it's not Miriam Haskell, it's like a nod to Miriam Haskell style. And again, it looks like it is wired. There are wired on and then like double backed, but they're not marked. So probably not Miriam Haskell, but something along those lines. So this is an absolutely stunning collector's bundle. You can tell all these pieces are very like collector style. Sold for $225 on Poshmark, and then after I added up all of my cost of goods, came to $48.44. So yeah, that one was fun. All right, we have this bracelet. We see these kind of often. These are the Taxco Mexico inlaid bracelets, and this one is not sterling silver, but it is marked Taxco Mexico. Sold for $20 on Etsy. After shipping, my earnings were $16.25, and I paid about $1 in a Shop Good Ol' lot. This one I got in the high bid lot. This one's going out for Christmas. It's like Lucky Irish Angel praying brooch, unmarked. Sold on Etsy. I've had so many Etsy sales this weekend. Really, I have. And then I also sold a t-shirt, but I'm not including this. This is kind of like separate. My print on demand is going to be separate from these, what sold over the weekend. That sold on Etsy, and it was my first sale. So it's before I launched anything to you guys. And so I made a sale for a t-shirt. Yay. On Etsy. So Etsy has been doing so well. I think I have like 8 sales this weekend. Anyways, sold for $15 after shipping. My earnings were $11.25, and I got that in the high bid auction for around $1.50. Okay, this one's lovely. It looks like a reversed carved and reverse painted intaglio Washington State like glass cabochon halo rhinestone souvenir. I'm saying all the words for you guys right now. Souvenir travel collectible pendant. Sold for $20 on Etsy. After shipping, my earnings were $16.36, and I paid about $1 in a Shop Good Ol' lot. These sold on Etsy, and they are going overseas to Germany. This, I think, was part of my bingo board when I made those 2 YouTube videos about jewelry bingo. This was the statement or oversized clip-on earrings. Why did I put that on the bingo board? Well, it's because you can get sales like this, and you guys might recall, I think maybe 2 weeks in a row I've had really oversized earrings selling for $30 to $50. And then this set of earrings sold for $40, and it's going overseas to Germany, and I paid $2.40 at the antique store. We have these 14 karat and pearl screwbacks. Screwbacks don't do super well, but I love screwbacks because a lot of the styles are very like 1940s, 30s, 40s, 50s vintage, and I really like that look. But I mean, screwbacks are not as popular, but when I get a screwback sale, I'm so happy. So yeah, these sold for $45, and I got them for $2 at the antique store. So I don't think that they knew that these were marked, but they are marked. I don't know if you can see it right there by my thumb on the side. So very small. It might help to bring a jewelry loop or magnifying glass to the antique store if you're going to be looking at jewelry closely, especially if you can get them at a good price like $2 when you're sorting through like a bin of jewelry. Okay, we have some love knot earrings. I feel like love knot earrings are bread and butter for me at this point because they always tend to sell, not for a lot, but they do sell. So these are like really pretty, shiny. They almost look like present bows. These sold for $15.30 after a coupon on Etsy, and after shipping, my earnings were $11.03, and I got those for 50 cents in a jewelry jar. These also came from my neighbor's buyout, or this one also came from neighbor's buyout for $1.50 a piece, unmarked, and it's like a duck. So now that we have chickens, I can totally see the draw of if you have a farm animal, you want to buy things that go along with it. Not for my aesthetic, but I did buy an ornament for my husband for his chickens, and he was like, yay. So I wonder if this is going to a duck owner. And yeah, sold for $15 on Etsy. After shipping, my earnings were $10.87, paid $1.50. These are some lovely genuine pearl earrings. I think we have a genuine pearl theme going on. This is the second, and there's going to be another one, yeah, coming up pretty soon. So these are beautiful genuine pearl and sterling. I actually really like this look. I think it's a freshwater pearl. You see the layering. And these are some lever back earrings, dingle earrings. Sold for $34.99, and I got them in a neighbor's lot for $1.50. Here is a bundle going out. This was like one of those 3-piece sales on eBay that I have a coupon for. And so we have a dainty heart seed pearl, faux seed pearl Avon, a dainty heart American Eagle Outfitters, like pave rhinestone necklace. And then we have some Carol Lee, like classic faux pearl. It kind of has that Tahitian pearl look to it, and they are marked on the back Carol Lee. You can find a lot of necklaces, higher end vintage and faux pearl necklaces that are by Carol Lee. And this bundle sold for $35.97. My cost of goods was around $3.50. All right, this is actually really pretty. Does not have a maker's mark or anything, but it is like clear glass crystals and seed beads. I think that seed beads are really comfortable to wear. I'm just really drawn to them myself, but this is something that I had to use a lot of keywords to sell because no maker, and I don't know, it's hard to stand out on a multi-strand like clear necklace. So this one finally did sell for $9.99, paid about $1 in Shop Goodwill. All right, we still have 2 more rows left, you guys. Oh, and this was one amazing sale. So stay tuned for this one. This one, it will blow you guys away. This one was really, really good. Okay, bundle. We have 3 pieces going out. We have this domed filigree right here. Very much looks like the Juliana filigree right here. If you know, you know. If you've had any like Juliana brooches, earrings, things like that, a lot of it has this filigree. Not saying that this is Juliana. There's no puddling, but there is a good height to it. And I don't think any Juliana brooches had this type of pendant. So that was just a dome brooch. And you guys might remember this. This came in did it come in the, yes, the jewelry jar. Most recent big jewelry jar. This is the genuine pearl. Oh, more genuine pearls. Carnelian. And then we have this fun Sugar Fix by Bauble Bar. Pom-pom, hat, mitten, winter set. It's interesting because like Sugar Fix by Bauble Bar doesn't sell for a lot, but on Poshmark especially gets a lot of attention. I think it's because they might sell it at Target, and I think they sell it at Nordstrom Rack. So it's kind of like a trendier brand, but yeah, these finally sold. Okay, we have some cluster Japan earrings. And when I first started reselling jewelry, I didn't think that these were anything. I thought comps were too low. But you guys, if you hold out at a decent price, like these sold for $9.99, you don't have to sell them for $2, $3 like a lot of sellers. Some people are trying to match their earrings to their necklace. So they want to find the right color. And like the condition and things like that are important and they matter. So I tend to at least price everything at $7.99 and up. So, I mean, sometimes I wait and that's okay. So yeah, these sold for $9.99 and I paid about $1.50 in the high bid auction lot. We have this sterling silver jockey. That's what he is. And he could be a tie tack or a lapel pin. And I have another one. So 2 of them came in the Shop Goodwill lot. So my cost of goods for this sterling silver lot was $3 a piece. I actually do pretty well with sterling silver lots, even though my cost of goods is more than $1 a piece. Sterling silver tends to sell for more, and then also can sell a little bit faster. So if you're not having any luck finding any like good vintage jewelry lots to bid on, then you can just go over to the fine jewelry lot section and see if any sterling silver or even filled gold lots, 14 karat gold lots, whatever, like interest you, and don't be afraid to bid on it if you feel more confident in your jewelry reselling. Okay, I actually really love this. Oh my gosh, looks very 1970s in really great shape. And then look at this pendant. It has like a lot of dimensionality. It's like they carved the pendant to follow the design of the wood knot. And then there's like a chain on the outside. So yeah, I actually really love this. This one sold for $17.99 and I got it in a jewelry jar for 50 cents. All right, more genuine pearls, and these are the rice pearls. When you twist these multi-strands, it can be called a torsade. This has a, 10 karat gold fishhook clasp here, and these actually are pretty popular. The rice pearl torsades are pretty popular, and this one sold for $40, and I paid about $1 in a Shop Goodwill lot. Another 3-piece bundle going out. We have the operculum earrings, and again, screwbacks. I got these, do you guys remember when I was at the antique store and I found these in the $2 bins? And I was like, oh, I know what these are. Well, the buyer messaged me, I'm not sure if she's a subscriber, but thank you if you are, that her jeweler told her that these were tortoise shell. She has a necklace, I believe, from her mom. The jeweler said they're tortoiseshell. When she found these, and I, like, in the listing said operculum shell, she was like, oh, thank you. because tortoiseshell you can't resell. So I think she was like looking for something to match her necklace and couldn't find the tortoiseshell that she was looking for. So when she found these, she's like, oh, that's what it is. So yes, put that in your memory banks, a perculum shell. Then we have, oh, I love the sparkle on this. Like, you guys can't see it in the camera, but obviously this kind of glass faceted coated crystal look. I mean, it doesn't sell for a ton, but it's very, very pretty. This one's by Kenneth Cole, yeah, which is not, you know, it's not a big woohoo or anything, more modern, but I mean, I'm glad that this sold. So there's that one. And then we have a snail chain multi-strand Sarah Coventry necklace. This bundle sold for $54.97, and I paid $4 for all 3 pieces. Okay, we have this celluloid. This is carved celluloid daisy. It is warm to the touch. You know, it's not bone. It's not, what else? Ivory, not ivory. Ivory would be able to see cross hatching. Celluloid is lighter weight plastic. And then it has a cute little ladybug. I think the ladybug is what sold it, because this one sold for $34.99. And I got this in a neighbor's lot for $1.50. And coming over here, I sold these Avon Christmas Tree Faux Pearl clip-ons. And you guys, I literally, I'm sure this happens to you, but right now I have a lot of inventory. So I had these listed that these were in my pearl drawer. So I have a drawer right there that's with my pearl earrings in it. Wasn't in there. So I'm like, did I put it in my clip-ons by accident? So I went through each and every one of the clip-ons. Couldn't find it. So then I'm like, did I accidentally think that these were studs? So I come over and I go in through all the stud boxes. And I'm like, where could I have put these? And then I had to go into my VENDOO, see when I listed them, where I listed them. And then I saw, oh, they were listed in my light box upstairs, because I recognized that ruler that I used. And so I'm like, I looked under my furniture upstairs. I looked under my bed. I like looked all over the place. And you guys, these didn't sell for a lot, but when you sell something on eBay and you don't fulfill the order, it could give you a ding. And for some reason, I'm not top rated. Well, I know the reason. I'm not top rated seller right now, you guys. I'm above standard. And that's because sometimes when I put out my order, my mailman doesn't always pick it up, or he came way too early. Like, he usually comes between like 2 and 4. And if he comes earlier than that and I'm packaging up while Gideon is going to bed or something, like, it throws everything off. So that's where I'm at. And yeah, so these, anyways, long story short, oh, these were in my to list bin upstairs. So fortunately I was able to go through that, and it was in my like to list. Like, I hadn't listed it yet, but I did. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so glad I found these. Yay. $12.99. Picked them up in a Shop Good a Lot for $1. Oh, okay. Let's get into this beautiful one-of-a-kind artisan piece. Not sure if it's Southwestern, I'm not sure if it's Mexican, Native American, but it is tooled leather. Someone like painstakingly stamped and cut out flowers and leaves and tooled in that depth into these leaves. This is a Baltic amber cabochon chunk. They put a little, like, I don't know, framed like leather piece around it, and then this feels like wood on the back. Maybe it's coconut, but yes. So I saw this at the antique store. I did pay up. I paid $7.25 for this, but this barrette sold for $74.99. Yes, I still love selling barrettes, especially these like longer, chunky 80s, 90s style. I feel like a lot of women, especially with longer hair, really are drawn to this style still. So yay, be on the lookout for interesting artisan barrettes. We have another 3-piece bundle going out. This one is very, I would say, funky geometric retro, right? This is a 70s style round single rhinestone. I think that's the little detail right there. Oh, it goes like this. Pendant, unmarked. We have these unmarked yellow ball and black on metal long dangle pierced earrings. And these are, I really like this one. This one is like a silver sphere with black enamel on metal again, geometric long pendant necklace. So this bundle sold for $64.97, and I paid $5 for all these pieces. Okay, we have Cremins tie clip tie bar. It does say Cremins in the back, and I actually do really well with men's jewelry marked Cremins, and I would say a lot of Cremins is gold filled. So this one was sold for $19.99, and I paid $2 at the antique store for that one. We have these very, I guess the box itself even looks Art Deco, but yeah, these look Art Deco. It's a men's jewelry set again, and it is swank, so new old stock. And yeah, I like how the box kind of matches the cufflink set. This would be a really great Christmas gift too for the vintage loving dapper man. So this one sold for $19.99, and I paid about $1 in a Shop Goodwill lot. Okay, we have 2 more. Phew, this one's absolutely gorgeous. I hope you guys are learning a lot. Give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below if you are not already subscribed. And yeah, like this video if you're learning anything and you like this kind of jewelry reseller content, or if you just love jewelry, that's fun too, or reseller stuff. But yeah, this is a very gorgeous choker clear rhinestone necklace. Really high quality and well made. This one was marked as a gift, and this one was sold on Etsy. Look at that. Big baguette rhinestones. This is stunning, and it looks really, really nice on the bust. I got this out of a jewelry jar for 50 cents. Sold for $45 on Etsy. After shipping, my earnings were $41.10. So yeah, I'm glad I rescued this from a jewelry jar because it is lovely. I think the antique dealer who put a lot of stuff in the jewelry jar felt like some things that are unmarked, or this might have even been broken and I repaired it. I might have put that hook on there. And like they just don't want to mess with certain things that they feel could sit in their antique booth, and they might not have an online sales platform. So I've been doing actually pretty well with those antique booth jewelry jars lately. And then lastly, we have a Coach bangle, and this one sold for $45, and I paid $1.60 at the antique store. I got this from Glenna's booth. She watches the channel, so hi Glenna. This one, let's see, is it marked Coach? Yes, very faintly. Do you guys see that back there? Right there. It's marked Coach. So I also sold another Coach bangle from her booth, and this was a good find, even though it's modern. This is a good find from her booth, and it's like a connected stacking bangle set. So yeah, paid $1.60, and I will put my earnings for all this jewelry, woohoo, up on the screen. Here are my hard goods going out, and I'm really glad that hard goods are selling because it kind of validates that I kind of know what I'm doing when I pick things up. I am still on the learning curve, you guys. Jewelry I seem to have down, shoes I seem to have down, and belts. I would say belts I still have down. Hard goods, still on the learning curve for that. And you guys might remember some of these pieces. I might have showed you some, and then some you can learn from. So this one, let's start with this big, massive platter. I think this is my favorite thing going out. and it says, "Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem." It is a studio artist piece. It is glazed, and this is a big Christmas platter. It is going UPS, and it's sold on Mercari. So it is long, but it is very thin. So I'm probably going to use an Amazon box to ship this. This feels to be 5 to 6 pounds. But I could definitely weigh it. And then I think it is signed on the back. Yep. So if you can't make it out, you might just want to say signed studio art piece. And this is going out for Christmas. It is beautiful. I want to show my mom this piece before it goes out. So she's upstairs with the kids right now. It's just lovely. If it didn't sell, I was gonna pull it out and probably put like Christmas cookies and bring it over to our like homeschool group, but it's being sold and I'm really glad. It sold for $45 and I paid $4.99 at Salvation Army for this piece. And of course, a lot of these things really do bring me joy, and I'm trying to pick up things as far as hard goods go that bring me joy. And I think it's preparing me for having like an antique booth, because I can put a lot of hard goods in the antique booth. This is something I would pick up for myself. It's very like boho India, maybe even Chinese, I don't know, most likely India theme. It's a little trinket box. So it's like hand carved and it slides open. It's an elephant. The front, not damaged. I'm wondering if there was maybe a drawer here, but I mean, obviously you can have it on your desk or on your mantle or wherever you have it and have it facing this way. And then this could be the little secret spot. You could even put your phone back there. But yeah, this one did sell for $24.99 and I picked it up for $2.99 at Goodwill. This one, you will not believe what this sold for. I am so surprised, you guys. So this is a mug. And if you guys watch Texas Gal Treasures, obviously she does a lot of jewelry, but she has like a specific video or two where she talks about mugs, about reselling mugs to make tons of money. I don't really think it's necessarily that true right now. I don't think like just specifically selling mugs is going to bring you a lot of money. I mean, but this one did. And I'm really happy about that. This is a Pink Panther, and it is, let's see, Pink Panther collection exclusively distributed by Royal Orleans. This one, yeah, he's just a fun Pink Panther mug. This is probably going to a Pink Panther enthusiast or collector. And I was actually thinking about like giving it to my husband until I looked up comps. Because we do the thing where we're like, hamburger. And like, I don't know if you guys have ever been extremely delirious late at night where you think everything's funny and you watch a movie that's just silly, but like it resonates with your soul. So that happened to us one night when we were like early on in our relationship. So we're watching Pink Panther. It resonated with our souls. We were overly delirious. And so Pink Panther has a little bit of meaning to us. But yeah, this one sold for $60 on Etsy. It was marked as a gift. After shipping, my earnings were $51.18 and I paid $1.99 at Goodwill. And I didn't even pick it up for resale, but I was like, oh, look at how unique that is. So there we go. All right, we have this Repose. Let me show you. This is a copper artisan piece, and there we go. It's signed right there. So if I see something that's actually signed by the artist and not just a print where the artist's name is on it, I will take a look into this, and I'm glad I did. There it says something about the artist back there. This is a Celtic knot. What is it called? A triquetra? Celtic philosophy. Da da da. So it represents the Trinity. And you can tell this was an artisan done piece. It is framed. It is copper. Love, love, love. Sold for $29.99 and I paid $2.99 at Goodwill. And then I have been doing better at looking at the boxed things at Goodwill. Usually I'm not even interested. Like they don't stand out to me. But this was a Kurt Adler piece. I'm not going to take it out, but you can see I don't think it's new, but it still has the box, and it's just this 3-dimensional nativity scene. These are all like stuck together, so they don't come apart. And yeah, it would probably be super pretty with like a candle behind it for some glow. Sold for $25 on Mercari, and I paid $3.99 for this piece. So this one should be easier to ship because it already has the box, and I can just do the box within a box. And yeah, so there's my hard goods. Okay, shoes are not so hot this weekend, but that's okay because I've like had an incredible weekend. I haven't even added up my numbers, but I know this is probably one of my best weekends, if not the best weekend I've had ever, probably ever. Because yeah, there's been some really good bundles and sales. So these are called the Jungle Mock Merrells. I just mentioned in one of my most recent videos that this type of shoe does really well. It's just simple, no design, called the Jungle Mock. This is a suede, also has a Vibram sole. So if you see that, be sure to put that in your description. These are in excellent condition. I picked these up at the bins for around $2, and these sold for $30. I believe these are a women's Jungle Mock, and there's also the men's Jungle Mock, which is even more popular. All right, so because Christmas presents are still over that way in a big hot mess over there, I'm going to do my accessories and belts and things over here in a pile. So bear with me. But we have the Poppies silk scarf. You guys remember this? This I paid $2.50 for at the antique store. All the scarves were $2.50, and maybe this is my third scarf that has sold from that pickup, and unmarked, but it is a silk scarf. Sold for $27 on Etsy minus shipping. My earnings were $23.10. Hardy's racing cap. So this one came, here we go. It says Hardy's racing team. This is a vintage newsboy style cap. There is some like disintegration to the, I don't know if it's the elastic or the foam, but I did put that in my title. This is more for the collector, not to be worn, obviously. And it's fun orange and black colors. I've had this a while though. I had to delist, relist, and then I took an offer of $30, and I paid about $4 a piece, and this came in a men's hat lot. So I've sold almost everything from that lot, and then this one finally sold. We have this belt. It's already sold. It didn't fit the buyer, so I'm selling it again. It is the Albatross Italian leather, what is this called? Double grommet, double prong something belt, brown, and it sold for $21.99 again. Picked it up at the Goodwill bins for 50 cents. Ooh, this is my last Karl Lagerfeld scarf going out. I had 3 and now I have 0. Yay. I am not doing that again. Karl Lagerfeld is now sold at Burlington Coat Factory, so it is not popular. Maybe vintage Karl Lagerfeld would be popular, but I'm glad all 3 of them sold. And this one sold for $24.99, and I paid $3.99 at Burlington for that. And then we have a YSL tie, and then it does have the YSL embroidered right there. I think it has really good classic colors. Like if you're picking up ties, make sure it can be wearable today or has something that can be meaningful to the buyer. That you always have to think of that. Like, don't just pick up Oscar de la Renta floral paisley from the 80s and think that it's going to sell. I mean, I totally do that, and that's why I'm learning. But like, for instance, those Frank Lloyd Wright ties that I've had might be going to a Frank Lloyd Wright collector, even though they might look outdated and maybe not really like wearable today, super wearable, but it's going to someone who really likes Frank Lloyd Wright, and that resonates with them. So I don't know, maybe it's going to an architectural designer or something like that. So this one sold for $23, and I got this at Value Village for $2.30. So I will put my earnings for accessories up on the screen, and I'm gonna go package up these orders. All right, you guys, I hope that you guys learned a lot. Let me know how you guys, your sales are doing. And if you haven't watched the last video, I kind of rolled out my website. You'll see the items in the link down below. It's my new Shopify website called lilyworksreseller.com. So that is where I'm going to be reselling different merch. And then there's going to be specific things for the channel, specific things for jewelry resellers, specific things to like antique collectors. And it's just really fun to design. Again, if you guys have any ideas for me, go ahead and shoot them in the comments down below. I feel like I have a head full of ideas, but it's also really fun hearing what you guys are into as well. Like, I just came up with a recent one that's called Bakelite Babe. Even though I'm not a collector of Bakelite, but I'm like, there are some babes out there who really love their Bakelite. Like those total retro babes. So I made a shirt that says Bakelite Babe on it. And yeah. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the little bell notification and you'll be alerted every time a new video comes out. And make sure you're out there thrifting so you guys can live generously. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.